welcome back to our channel. We're going to try something a little bit different with this video, as I've just taken delivery of a brand new Identity Dr. Jekyll jump frame. I run quite a unique build on my hardtail, so I'm going to take you through the build process and a little bit of my setup of what I like in a race bike. These are going to be the frames we use for dual slalom and Pumptrack next year at all the Crankworks events. They'll be the bikes we take out to New Zealand and Australia for our first big trip of the year. And they'll also be ridden at a few Fourcross races where hardtail is more preferable and Pumptrack Worlds qualifies. Although the Dr. Jekyll is Identity's dirt jump frame offering, I'm going to be setting my build up with gears, front and rear brake, chain device, and the majority of the time, unless I'm out of the trails, I'll be running clip pedals. As a racer perspective, riding at the BMX tracks, it's what I'm happiest running and fastest. I'll be taking the majority of my build from my current setup on the Banshee amp just to get used to the new bike, but I have got these very trick-looking Halo Vapor 35s, wider than the original Vapor rim and built on the standard Halo Superdrive hub. Sounds incredible, and I think it's going to look sick on the matte grey frame. I'm building up the new bike on a set of Schwalbe Billy Bonkers tyres. They're my go-to choice for pump track racing, whether it's the dirt tracks we get at Crankworks or the tarmac courses from Vela Solutions that you race on for the Pumptrack Worlds qualifiers and finals. Billy Bonkers is my go-to choice, and I've always been a long-time Schwalbe rider. I run the Knobby Nick tyre for racing Fourcross on, and I like to support the brands that support the series we race, and Schwalbe's a long-term sponsor of the British Fourcross series and Fourcross Pro Tour. These are set up at 55 psi for now. It's what I run for general riding, but for the Vela Solutions tracks we'll go up to 75 towards 80, where rolling speed and preventing the tyre from rolling on the rim's more important, where grip isn't an issue. I mentioned earlier that I'll be building the bike up with a geared setup. What I actually run is a custom cut down 6-speed cassette. It's just a standard Shimano small block road cassette with my preferred gate gear as the starting gear. This just allows me to keep a super tight chain line. There's very little stress on the chain being moved sideways when I'm coming out the gate at your dual slalom and Fourcross races. And it also helps to prevent having to shift more than I ever need to, which is losing pedal strokes in these short sprint races that we do. It's a setup I saw Jared Graves run way back in 2009, and I've been doing it ever since. Build is currently on hold while Alan does his inspection. Al, what are you doing? What do you think? You approve? Is it a high five? High five of approval? Yeah. Good dog, good dog. We're making progress. Nice finishing touch though. This little freshie from Gusset. Run them on all my bikes and they look sick. Super racy. I've been asked a few times recently why I'm running a Z group set on my race bikes, and it is actually a preference for me when it comes to Fourcross and dual slalom racing. Z, compared to Saint, is just a little crisper and almost more deliberate with the shifting. Although Saint's probably smoother and a lot of people's preferred choice for normal trail riding, in a race run I want to know I'm shifting, I want to feel it go in, and there's no risk of selecting the wrong gear in a heat of the moment 30 seconds race. The Z shifter gives me one click when I'm shifting down the gears, and it just prevents over shifting. It's happened a few times for me actually, especially racing at Chicksands, where I've got a bit excited out the gate, you've caught your shifter, and before I know it I'm bottom of the block and grinding a 12 tooth down the course. The build's nearly finished. I'm going to put a few final touches to it and then let's go test.
The new bike.
What?
I see your new bike.
Sick.
Beautiful.
I love it. Manual's like a dream. I've always wanted to, I can't get any good balance.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Stunning.